Hello, my friends. Asoka the Geek here, and well, it's weird doing this without Rob and Brad in this format. Usually, I'm with Rob and Brad on the DC Infinite Hour, our live stream that we do every other week, roughly, sort of, depending on how things going. But anyways, I wanted to do this because I was able to attend WonderCon this past weekend, and I wanted to share my thoughts and share some images from the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse segment of the McFarlane Toys panel while it was still fresh in my mind. So I'm going to share these images with you right now, give you my thoughts, and then we will be doing a live stream in the coming days where Brad and Rob will, of course, weigh in with their expert opinions and observations on all the McFarlane Toys reveals. So for now, you just get kind of my rambling thoughts and first impressions. So yeah, this was all at WonderCon in beautiful Anaheim, California, where it was raining, unfortunately, on Saturday, so that was a bummer. WonderCon is my favorite con to go to for a couple of reasons. One, it's like 15 minutes from me, so that's awesome. Second, Anaheim is I love Anaheim. It's right next to Disneyland. I love the whole vibe. And the Anaheim Convention Center is a very large venue, so you don't really ever have any problems getting a ticket to WonderCon. Usually the 3-day passes sell out pretty quick, but it's not like trying to go to San Diego. San Diego is like elite trying to get into that con. But WonderCon is very easy to get into. You usually can get a pass even a few days before the con, and it's just a great con. Like I don't know, it doesn't have the same I think notoriety or mainstream spotlight that San Diego has, but it's just a great con. Great people there. I love the dealer room floor. I end up spending a lot more money than I should. You can find some really cool things there. I don't usually attend panels personally. I like just to browse around and try to find cool things to buy. But I did attend the McFarlane Toys panel, obviously, because I'm really into the DC Multiverse line. If you are watching my YouTube channel, you probably already know that. So yeah, I was very fortunate to attend the panel, and it was a fun panel. It was an hour. So very tight hour. They went through not only a bunch of DC multiverse reveals, they went through a lot of Spawn reveals, the McFarlane movie Maniacs line, the music stuff. Definitely check out Toy Shiz on YouTube and his Instagram because he covered everything. I just focused on the DC multiverse stuff. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, I will say throughout these slides, you're going to see 2025 as the year. That is incorrect. It's all 2024. Everything you're about to see is arriving in 2024, which is nuts. It's just so many things, and this is not even all the things that are coming out in 2024. These are just the things they wanted to spotlight on the panel. So the sheer number of figures we're getting from McFarlane Toys and the DC Multiverse line is just nuts. So, anyways, let's get into it. So what you're looking at here, this is just the opening. They had of course, a presentation, a slide presentation. This is the opening image. This was done by Aesthetic One. If you're not already following him, check him out on Instagram. He works for McFarlane Toys. He's an amazing photographer, amazing artist, and he's the one who does all these really cool action figure photography for McFarlane Toys. So this is his artwork. So first off, Superman Blue, which this has already been announced. I'm hugely excited for this figure. I love this era of Superman and the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, and this is great. So this it's already been announced. Um, so I didn't have too much time to edit any of this stuff, so you're just going to kind of see my raw images. But there's Tom McFarlane, there's the man himself, and I wanted to show you this because you can see the actual figures. Let me zoom in a little bit more and try to get down there. They were on the table there, so you can see them live. So they're ready to go. They're already, I don't know if these were production samples or what these were, but man, they look great. So there they are. There's Todd. I already showed that one. There's a better close-up image of those three. But let's get into some of the new stuff. Now, I don't have everything from the panel just because as they were showing stuff, I was trying to take pictures of it, drop in my watermark, upload it to Instagram. So I definitely missed a few things. Again, shout out to Toy Shiz for teaching me how to add a watermark to images when I post them to Instagram. Obviously, I don't have watermarks on these ones, but it was very easy to do with Snapchat. Hit me up if you want to know how to do that. Toy Shiz taught me, and I'm very grateful to him. Anyways, back to the image you're seeing. Who do we got here? We got Mr. Freeze. This is a repaint, obviously, of the Mr. Freeze they released last year. I definitely love the The paint on this one, the silver, the blues, I think this looks great. I will be picking this up. I like the original, but man, this one looks great. I'm a sucker for chrome paint schemes. Next, we have Ambush Bug. They're going deep into the bench here. What a fun character. Awesome to see it in the multiverse line. So just a fun, obscure character. Next, we have Booster Gold. This is like his, I think, modern costume or late 2000s costume. I guess we are, well, I can't really say late 2000s, but I don't know. This is his later costume. I, it's not my favorite, excuse me, version of Booster Gold. I prefer the classic with the pop collar. But for you Booster Gold fans, it's just great to have another version of Booster Gold in a different suit. Next, we have Tim Drake Robin, the DC Rebirth version. Tim Drake is my favorite Robin, so I am stoked to have another version of his costume. Here's a better shot of this Robin. I like the smirk. It's like a little cheeky smirk. I like that. I like the suit. Yeah, I just love having another version of Tim Drake. Here's some more close-ups of these pictures. Again, I was literally in front of the screen taking pictures. That's why they're all at this angle. Also, if you go to the McFarlane Toys YouTube page, their Instagram, I think they have the whole panel available for you to watch. So you can go watch it yourself to see all the conversation that was had around these figures. All right, let's go to, there's Mr. Freeze. Better shot of Booster. I like the metallic paint on him. Another shot of Robin. Okay. Then here is a bunch of figures that, see, this is where everyone was starting to get confusing with the 2025 date on all of these, because these are already available. Kilowog and Kyle are actually showing up today from Amazon, and these other ones have already started to hit stores. I need to get this Wally West, but yes, these are already figures that have been announced and that are hitting. Next, we have some Platinum Chase figures, Sportsmaster, Reverse Flash, and a Manhunter. So bummer that these are Platinum Edition figures, because that means you're going to have to try and find them randomly at stores. And I think, again, I was trying to edit and upload pictures, but I remember them saying in the panel that these are only going to be available at the brick and mortar stores. So you actually have to go into the store and try to find them, which is going to be tough. And, I get it. I suppose it's a way for them to get these more obscure characters. I mean, I don't know, Sportsmaster and the Manhunt aren't that obscure out to the masses, but I do wish they weren't Platinum Edition figures, because it's going to be really hard to get these if you're not able to order these and you have to rely on just trying to find them. I mean, it's hard enough to find figures in the store, the regular figures themselves. So I'm really curious how many of these figures are going to make it to the pegs for you just to grab easily. So that's definitely a bummer, because I definitely wanted Sportsmaster. I am a fan of Sportsmaster because of Young Justice. I wasn't familiar with Sportsmaster before Young Justice, so yeah, I love Sportsmaster though. So I definitely want him. Manhunter, yeah, I mean he's a Green Lantern guy, so I would love to have. He's like the first version of the Green Lantern Corps. I think the Guardians created the Manhunter before the Green Lanterns, and then they went bad. I think that was the story there. Someone tell me if I'm right in the comments. But yeah, so that's the Manhunter. So yeah, all of these figures, don't know who the Reverse Flash is, New 52, but he's a cool looking Flash. I would wish they weren't Platinum Editions. I wish I could just walk in the store or order them online, but what can you do? All right, there's a better shot of Manhunter, and I guess I should be zooming in on these. I apologize, guys. There we go. Okay, there's a better shot of Manhunter. Sportsmaster, again, man, I really want Sportsmaster. Just because of Young Justice, I became familiar with him, and he looks like a cool figure. I like the hockey stick. I like the weathering on the mask. Yeah, I like this Sportsmaster quite a bit. All right, next up we have Batman Forever. I mean, we all saw this coming. We've heard the rumors about this, but we are getting Batman Forever figures. I'm a child of, I was born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s. Those Batman movies mean the world to me. Keaton, Kilmer, even Clooney. I just love that whole era of Batman. Even to this day, maybe it's nostalgia playing a role in it, but I just really appreciate this like comic booky looking tone that they had. This, I just love it so much. So I am so excited for these. These are computer renderings, obviously. Again, 2024 guys, not 2025. So we have Batman. It's not in his Panther suit. This is like the Sonar suit, but with like a modified cowl and I think paint scheme. So really, not, I was looking over here at my shelf to see if I can see him. So not really sure why they went this route. I could imagine maybe they needed to save money on tooling, so they couldn't afford to tool a new Panther suit Batman. Perhaps this is something that's going to change when it goes in production, and they're going to do a Panther suit Batman. Not sure. Would have loved a Panther suit Batman. I like the way this looks as well, but I definitely want the Panther suit because it's such a great looking suit. Robin, of course. I love Chris O'Donnell as Robin. I love this suit. Just amazing. I mean, again, this is just renderings, so hopefully it's going to live up to the hype or what we're seeing here. Then we got Two-Face. I think he looks great. Looks like Tommy Lee Jones to me. Love the suit. Then we have Jim Carrey as the Riddler. Sorry, Paul Dano. Jim Carrey is still the best Riddler in my opinion. And yeah, again, just so excited for this line. I hope we are going to get a Batman Forever um, Batmobile as well, because I love that Batmobile. Here's a closer look at the Panther suit. I'm sorry, not the Panther suit, the Sonar suit, the repainted Sonar suit. It's a cool figure, but man, we need that Panther suit, you know? Then here is Chris O'Donnell as Robin. Would have loved to have a Chase Meridian and a Drew Barrymore and a I forgot the name of the actress who played Spice. Debbie Mazar? Deborah Mazar? I think that's yeah. I would love to have all. Give me all of these figures, man. You know, I feel like people would buy all of the obscure characters. I mean, there's just a subset of collectors who are just going to buy Batman movie figures. You know what I mean? So just make them all. You know, I'm sure they sold well if they, the Batman and Robin line. So there's Jim Carrey. I love this movie so much. I love Jim Carrey. Okay, there's the Manhunter awkwardly in that. Okay, what's the build a figure? So I think this is a very creative build a figure. Would have I preferred an Alfred, of course, but I think maybe we'll get Alfred in the Batmobile. Just thinking out loud there. But this is a cool man bat. It's not even the man bat. This is from a scene from the trailer where you see Val Kilmer as Bruce Wayne with this huge bat. Like it's very symbolic, very hallucinogenic, very trippy scene. And apparently there's more to this scene that was cut from the movie, released as the Schumacher cut hashtag. So I think it's a cool build a figure. I think it's unique, very specific to this movie, just kind of a cool oddity. And yeah, I like it. I think that was a great choice. Of course, I would love to have a build a Chase Meridian figure, but I understand why they went with this man bat. So again, so excited for this line. I mean, and this comes out in a few months. We're already in spring. This is coming out in the summer 2024, my friends. That is so soon. So I'm sure pre-orders will probably go up in like May, I would imagine, maybe sooner. Who knows? All right, next up from the Dark Knight, we have the Tumbler. I assume this is going to be a one-seater. Just like with the Keaton Batmobile, if you try to do a two-seater, it's going to be really, really big. So I feel like this is probably going to be a one-seater, which is fine. I mean, I get why they have to do that route. And I think it looks great. I got to see more of it. I think this angle's looks a little mishmash, and probably the angle I took the picture, and also just the angle which is placed in. But I think it looks great. I like that it's got weathering on it. It's got the gold details. I already had the Hot Toys version of this. I don't need another tumbler, but gosh darn it, am I going to get this tumbler for? I just love how they've built out this Dark Knight trilogy line, and especially since we're getting Mr. Lucius Fox along with the Batmobile, which is how cool is that? We're getting a Morgan Freeman Lucius Fox action figure. This is like the deep cuts I've always wanted McFarlane to do. I've always been so jealous of Marvel Legends when you see like Zendaya and Ned action figures, just regular clothed human being action figures. I want to see more of that though, because I love these movies so much. I want all these secondary characters who don't have costumes, like Lucius Fox here. Brilliant putting it with the Tumbler. He created the Tumbler. So it's very valid that he should be with the Tumbler. And yeah, it's so great. We got to get an Alfred. We got to get a Michael Keaton Alfred and Commissioner Gordon. If they do I hope they do the Bat vehicle. I love that vehicle so much. I never got the Hot Toys one, but that would be awesome. All right, next up, And this is where some of my slides get cut off. I don't have the full picture of this for some reason, but this was Captain Boomerang, Starfire, and I forget who the third character is. Apologies. I will find out who the third character was on the slide, and I'm sorry I didn't grab a picture of it. It was pretty hectic. But there's Captain Boomerang. Man, he looks awesome. Oh, the Penguin. That's what it was. Collector Edition Classic Penguin. These are collector edition figures. So these is the higher price point. But this is what I like to see, though. If you're going to go collector edition, give us, I think, new sculpts. Look at this Captain Boomerang. Looks like it's got a nice pleather jacket. It's got like a scarf. That's freaking awesome. And Starfire, I don't think she needs to be in the collector edition line, but hey, whatever. If we're gonna get a Starfire and a great looking Starfire like this is awesome. So totally fine with these being collector edition figures, So there we are, my friends. All right, next up, I really like these. Okay, these are collector edition figures as well. And again, I'm totally fine with these ones being collector edition, sort of. Maybe not the Superboy. I think that could have been mainline, and they would have been fine with that. Even the Batman. Actually, the Batman makes sense. Like this is a manga edition Batman, and but it looks like they're using the Nightfall buck. But I love this Batman, and I have a better picture of it here. There we go. Maybe not a better picture. I'm sorry for the awkward camera angles. But yeah, look at that. I just dig this Batman so much. The emblem, the eyes, everything. That looks awesome. And then Sergeant Rock. So this was an interesting part of the presentation where Todd started talking about guns and weapons and how Warner Brothers sounded like what he was trying to say has loosened up on that. He didn't specifically say that Sergeant Rock is going to come with guns, but he was kind of trying to allude that that certain characters might get guns now because it makes sense for that character, which is exciting. I think it makes sense for like characters like the Red Hood, Sergeant Rock to have weapons. Not going to get into a whole political debate about guns and all that stuff, but for these characters from the source material, if they have a weapon, a certain weapon that's signature to them, they should definitely have them. I feel in plastic form. And guys, we're adult collectors pretty much buying this stuff. So, what's the harm of having a little plastic weapon? Anyways, Connor Kent. This is my favorite version of Connor Kent, even more than the original 90s Connor Kent. Just because I love the characterization of this Connor Kent, especially the Jeff Johns Adventure Comics Connor Kent. That's right after he came back after being killed in Infinite Crisis. And it was such a beautiful story, Adventure Comics, of him coming back to life. Just his whole demeanor, his attitude, his appreciation for life. I just love that comic book series so much. Definitely check it out. Adventure Comics by Jeff Johns. It was very limited, maybe not even 6 issues, maybe. It was just about him coming back to life and rebuilding his life a little bit. It was just so beautifully done. So this is my favorite version. Also from the Teen Titans, the Jeff Johns Teen Titans run. Just love his characterization of Connor Kent there. So I'm super excited for this figure, if you couldn't already tell. All right, a few more things here. So they didn't have. So this is from the. Oops, sorry. This is from the digital line, where it's going to be a digital Build-A-Figure of Animal Man. So we're going to be getting a Superman with the black in the S, which I love that. I have a tattoo of that logo, so I am all in on that logo. Then we have the Longbow Hunter Green Arrow. Super excited to see how they pull this off. DC directed one in the DC Icons line, so which is awesome. I think Mattel might have done one as well. So excited to have a McFarlane version of that. And I've been saying excited quite a bit. But this is what this type of presentation is supposed to do, right? Hype us all up for what's coming up in the year. And then, of course, a classic Adam, Ray Palmer Adam. So really looking forward to that as well. All right, next we have some Batman the Animated Series reveals. So we are getting re-releases of Hardak, Poison Ivy, Phantasm, and Bane. I think the Phantasm is a great choice. I believe this only came in a 2-pack from DC Direct and is quite pricey now. So that's awesome they're doing another version of that. I don't know if these are the final versions or if there's going to be cell shading on these. I really hope they don't do cell shading just because this looks great the way it is. No need to cell shade these. People will still purchase them. That's my 2 cents. Then there is a Build-A-Figure for this wave, which is Bruce Wayne, which I think is awesome. This isn't my favorite version of Bruce Wayne from the anime series. I much prefer the later version when they did the the relaunch, when he's wearing a black suit, red tie, slimmer build. But this is a cool version as well. Just to have, again, any normal suited character without a costume, I dig. So it's really cool we're having a Bruce Wayne figure. And that's about it, guys. I think there was more. There's definitely more statues and things like that. Oh, there's the Joker mobile, which has already been announced, though. So nothing. Yeah, other than that, I think I hit most of what I wanted to go through today. Again, check out Toy Shiz. He had a lot of great content around all of this. The McFarlane Toys official channels as well. And we will be doing a live stream later this week with Rob D Toys and Brad the DC Universe Geek, and we will get all of their opinions on what was announced as well. So overall, great panel, great experience just being there. It was a pretty packed room, but you definitely could have gotten in. So if you ever are thinking about going to WonderCon and attending these panels, it didn't seem like it was hard to get into the panels. Again, that's the only one I went to, so I could be wrong. But just a great time at this panel, and really love all of the reveals. Of course, the Batman Forever stuff for me is the most exciting part of this. So there you go. And that is about it, my friends. Thank you so much for watching this. And I hope you guys consider subscribing if you don't already subscribe. And thanks again, and have a great day.